What if the United Revolution never succeeded? What if the brave men and women who fought for independence fell short and the British maintained their stronghold on the colonies? It's a captivating what-if scenario that could have drastically altered the course of history, shaping a very different world from the one we know today. Get ready to embark on a journey through time as we explore the potential outcomes had the United States failed to win its freedom. Imagine a world where the iconic stars and stripes of the American flag never became a symbol of freedom and unity. In this alternate reality, the United States, a nation renowned for its pioneering spirit and democratic ideals, never comes to be. The Revolutionary War, a pivotal moment in history, ends with a different outcome. The British Empire emerges victorious, and its rule over the North American colonies continues. This is a story of resilience, fate, and the butterfly effect of historical events. In the aftermath of a failed revolution, the British would have likely tightened their grip on the colonies, aiming to prevent any future uprisings. The once thrilling idea of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness might have become a distant dream for the colonists. The streets of Boston, Philadelphia, and New York could have echoed with the sound of British boots, a constant reminder of the empire's dominance. But what would this prolonged British rule look like? Under continued British governance, the colonies would likely have remained a vital part of the vast empire. The British Empire, already a formidable global power, would have further solidified its influence in North America. The resources and economic potential of the colonies were too valuable to let go of, and the British would have exploited them to fuel their global ambitions. The political landscape would have been vastly different. Instead of a democratic republic, the colonies might have evolved into a collection of provinces or states under the firm control of the British Crown. A royal governor, appointed by the king or queen, could have overseen each province, ensuring loyalty and obedience. The iconic Declaration of Independence, a beacon of freedom, would have been nothing more than a distant dream, perhaps whispered about in secret among the rebellious-minded. The famous battles of the Revolutionary War, like Bunker Hill and Saratoga, might have been remembered as tragic failures, serving as cautionary tales for future generations of colonists. The founding fathers, such as George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and Benjamin Franklin, might have been branded as traitors and fugitives, their names synonymous with rebellion and failure. The world would have missed out on the birth of a nation that would later inspire countless others to fight for their freedom. Life for the colonists would have been markedly different. British policies and laws would have prevailed, shaping the social and cultural fabric of the colonies. The British might have continued to impose taxes without representation, a major grievance that sparked the revolution. This could have fostered a deep sense of resentment and resistance among the colonists, keeping the spirit of rebellion alive, even in defeat. The loss of the Revolutionary War would have had profound implications for the development of democracy and individual freedoms. The ideals of self-governance and liberty, so passionately fought for, might have been suppressed. The British, wary of another rebellion, could have implemented stricter controls, limiting freedom of speech and assembly. The press, a powerful tool for disseminating revolutionary ideas, would likely have been heavily censored. The democratic spirit that inspired the creation of the United States Constitution might have been stifled, and the concept of a government by the people, for the people, might have remained a distant ideal. The Bill of Rights, guaranteeing individual freedoms, might never have come to fruition, leaving the colonists without the fundamental protections we often take for granted today. This scenario raises questions about the course of global democracy and the potential delay in the spread of these fundamental principles. A British victory in the Revolutionary War could have significantly altered the global power dynamics. The United States, as we know it, would not have emerged as a world power in the 19th and 20th centuries. Its absence would have left a void in global leadership, particularly during pivotal moments such as the World Wars and the Cold War. The British Empire, bolstered by its continued control over North America, might have maintained its global dominance for a more extended period. This could have delayed the rise of other powers, such as Germany and Japan, and potentially altered the course of both world wars. The balance of power in Europe and Asia might have shifted, leading to different alliances and conflicts. Moreover, the absence of an independent United States could have impacted the development of democracy and human rights on the world stage. The American Revolution and the subsequent creation of a democratic republic inspired countless other freedom movements. Without this powerful example, the struggle for democracy and self-determination might have faced a more arduous journey. One of the most intriguing what-ifs is the fate of slavery in this alternate reality. The issue of slavery was a complex and divisive one, and its resolution was deeply intertwined with the American Revolution. So, would slavery have ended sooner or later under continued British rule? The British Empire had a complicated relationship with slavery. While it played a significant role in the transatlantic slave trade, it also became a leader in its abolition. At the time of the American Revolution, the abolitionist movement was gaining momentum in Britain. The famous Somerset case in 1772, which ruled that slavery was unsupported by law in England, was a turning point. This decision fueled the hopes of abolitionists on both sides of the Atlantic. Had the British maintained control, the abolitionist movement within the empire might have had a more direct impact on the colonies. The British Parliament, influenced by the growing abolitionist sentiment, could have taken steps to end slavery in the colonies sooner. This scenario is not far-fetched, considering that the British Empire eventually abolished slavery in 1833 with the Slavery Abolition Act. However, it's also possible that slavery might have persisted for longer under British rule. The economic interests of the colonial elite, heavily reliant on slave labor, would have been a significant obstacle. Without the American Civil War, which ultimately led to the end of slavery in the United States, the British might have faced a more challenging task in eradicating this institution. The path to abolition could have been longer and more fraught with resistance from powerful colonial plantation owners. The fate of slavery in this alternate history is a complex and multifaceted question, influenced by economic, social, and political factors. It serves as a reminder that the course of history is shaped by a myriad of forces, and the outcome is never certain. The hypothetical scenario of a British victory in the Revolutionary War offers a fascinating glimpse into the fragility of history and the power of what-ifs. It reminds us that the world as we know it is the result of countless decisions, battles, and turning points. The United States, a nation born out of revolution and a symbol of freedom, might have remained a distant dream. This thought experiment also highlights the resilience of human spirit and the enduring quest for freedom. Even under prolonged British rule, the ideals of liberty and self-determination might have persisted, waiting for another opportunity to ignite. The story of the failed revolution could have become a rallying cry for future generations, inspiring a renewed struggle for independence. Moreover, it prompts us to consider the broader implications for global history. The absence of the United States as a world power would have left a significant void, altering the course of international relations and the spread of democracy. It underscores the impact that a single historical event can have on the world and the importance of cherishing the freedoms we enjoy today. As we conclude this journey through a hypothetical past, we are left with a profound appreciation for the power of history and the impact of human choices. The Revolutionary War was not just a battle for territory, but a fight for ideals and a vision of a better future. The United States, born from the fires of revolution, has become a symbol of freedom and democracy, inspiring generations worldwide. In this alternate reality, where the British rule persists, we see a world that is both familiar and strangely different. It is a reminder that history is not predetermined, and the course of events can be shaped by the actions and decisions of individuals and nations. The what-ifs of history are not just entertaining thought experiments, but powerful tools to understand the present and imagine a better future. So let this exploration of a British victory in the Revolutionary War ignite our curiosity and remind us of the importance of learning from the past. History is not just a collection of dates and facts, but a living, breathing narrative that continues to shape our world. As we ponder these what-ifs, let's embrace the power of historical imagination and the endless possibilities it unveils.